What's up guys, Brad here, and today we're going to be reviewing the Scholomance Academy expansions cards, and it's got some cool new little twists where you've got the dual class cards. There's even the Spellburst keyword, some studies, which I don't think are very powerful, but that's just my opinion. But anyways, I want to jump into it rather than waste some time. So we're going to start with the dual class cards, and we're going to start off with the Demon Hunter. And the first card we have is Ace Hunter Kren, 3 mana 2/4, with the ability of your other characters are immune while attacking. So this means your hero itself is actually immune while attacking with a weapon, and then all the minions too. So pretty powerful card, to be honest. This is insane. I think this pretty much fits into a lot of cards. Great stat line, 2/4. And very cheap with 3 mana, so I think this is absolutely amazing. So actually, I'm going to give it 5 stars. Let's see here. Boom. There we go. There's our star stuff. So I'm going to give it 5 stars. I think this is actually like a pretty top tier card here. Next up, we got True Aim Crested, 1 mana 1/4. After your hero attacks a minion, your minions attack it too. This is a very control style. I think good for it. So it happens, I guess, in the order that the cards are played. So whatever the first card you play, if you play a 1-drop and a 2-drop and you play this on 3, the 1-drop will attack into first. So there's definitely some some thought that go into it, and I think this is a pretty good card. So it kind of gives cards like pseudo rush. It's because if you play a 2-drop on turn 3 with True Aim Crescent, the 2-drop attacks into whatever you attacked. Pretty awesome. I'm going to give this 4 stars. I think it's pretty great. Demon Companion, 1 mana spell with summon a random Demon Companion. So the Demon Companions are like a 1 mana version of the Animal Companion. Look at those. I guess they're not in here. They're somewhere. I'll find them quick. Down we go. Here we go. So Kolok, 1 mana 1/2 demon. Your other minions have +1 attack. So that's Leok, Refa, which is the 1 mana 2/1 charge, which is Huffer backwards, and Shima, which is 1 mana 2/2 demon with taunt. So I think it's pretty good. I mean for 1-drops they're not bad. 1 mana 2/2 is pretty much the oh my god. Like the neutral card that it's just plain text. Battle Mage, Blazing Battle Mage. This is like the Pirate South Sea Deckhand, I believe. It's hard for me. I haven't actually played too much, so it's been a while. And Kolok is, I don't think there's anything like Kolok for 1 mana or whatever. So yeah, definitely not a bad card. Versatile, pretty solid. So I'll give it. I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I think it's pretty. I think it's gonna be played a lot. I don't think this is something that's like gonna break the game stuff. It's definitely not like Ace Hunter Kren. And Blood Herald, 5 mana 1/1. Whenever a friendly minion dies while it's in your hand, gain +1/+1. So it's only when it's in your hand, and in your hand makes it significantly worse. We've actually seen cards similar to this. We've seen cards where let's see, there's a Druid card where it cost less, didn't end up working out too well, but we've also seen where it cost less and it's worked out. This is the first where the stats kind of, well, there are a few that have gone up, but I just think this is a little bit high statted. It can be good, obviously, if you get it in your first, in your opening hand, and it kind of just sits around for a while, but overall, I think you're looking at kind of like a meme-ish card. 2 stars. Next, we've got the Hunter Druid cards, and got Shando Wildclaw, 3 mana 3/3. Choose one, give a beast in your deck +1/+1, or transform into a copy of a friendly beast. I think it's okay, but overall, I don't think it's that powerful. So I'll give it 3 stars. Guardian Animals, 7 mana spell. Summon 2 beasts that cost 5 or less from your deck and give them rush. So that we do see some pretty good Druid cards that are beast around on the 5 mana, like Teacher's Pet, for example. And because of that, I think that this card's actually pretty solid. I think that you could play this in a kind of deck hand buffing style thing where you just have kind of a few minions, but mainly spells, and then that turns into, getting some big swing turns with something like Guardian Animals when you have, what is the new card called? Sorry, I can't remember. My brain's coming out of it. Like Survival of the Fittest. If you do Survival of the Fittest into the Guardian Animals, I think it's pretty solid. So I'm going to give it 4 stars. Teacher's Pet, 5 mana 4/5 beast with taunt and death rattle. Summon a random 3-cost beast is definitely not bad. Comparison wise, I think is Sludge Belcher, which was an absolutely beast of a card back in the day. Obviously, probably not as powerful now, but I think it's still pretty solid. So I'm probably going to actually give this 4 stars too, because I think it just goes hand in hand with the Guardian out. Endurable Infestation, 1 mana spell, give a minion +1/+1, summon a 1/1 cub and add a cub to your hand. Definitely not a bad card at all. I think it works pretty well with the Gibberling, which we're going to see down in the Druid cards. But other than that, I don't think it's really, really great. I'm going to give the, I guess, tokeny style Druid going to be 3 stars. So, yeah. Druid and Shaman we have next here. So we have Speaker Guidra, 3 mana 1/4 with Rush and Wind Fury. Spell Burst, gain attack and health equal to the spell's cost. So you have one spell that you play next after playing this card. Whatever that spell's cost is gets added onto the attack and health. Spell Burst is a one-time effect. Doesn't happen every time you play a spell. That's something I needed to remember, because originally I was like, oh damn, keep playing spells, this guy gets buffed up pretty well. But still, I think this isn't bad, especially if you're doing kind of that not super minion based deck. You have a lot of have a decent amount of higher cost spells. So if you get stuff that's like 5 mana and up, I think that's real solid. Realistically, I would say if you play at bare minimum a 3 mana spell after playing this, you're pretty good on the stats and everything. Like, it's pretty solid. So even 2 mana, it's not terrible. So I mean, it's a 3/6 with Rush and Wind Fury for 3 mana. That's pretty insane. A 2/5, a 2/5, not as good. So definitely, I mean, bare minimum, I would say you want 3 mana and up. 4 mana, 5 mana, that's where like you're cooking with them. So I actually like this card a lot. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I think it kind of fits into that Guardian Animals buffing deck. Alright, so Rooney Carvings, 6 mana spell. Choose one, you summon 4 2/2 treants, totems, or you overload for 2 and you summon them with Rush also. So this reminds me of the original Force of Nature, because you're getting them with, well, instead of charge, it's Rush, and you're able to trade into them. I think this card's actually not bad. I heard some people kind of say, it's not that great. I don't know. It's because there are other cards that generate treants a little bit more effectively. Or 2/2s, I should say. Like this is a 5 mana spell. As I said, I haven't played in a while, so remembering some of these cards is rough. I think it's like something Swarm, and based on the amount of spells in your hand, I believe it is how many 2/2s you get, and that's significantly better than this. But still, I don't think this is definitely bad at all. So I'll give it 3 stars. Groundskeeper, 4 mana, 4/5 with Taunt, Battlecry. If you're holding a spell that costs 5 or more, restore 5 health. Definitely not a bad card. Solid stats with Taunt and an ability on top of that. You're definitely probably going to get a 5 or more spell in your hand if you're playing kind of that. Man, I can never remember this. Guardian Animals. Sorry, I'm really out of it today for remembering stuff. But will this make the cut in the Guardian Animals style Druid deck? I'm not sure. So just because of that, I'm going to give it 3 stars. Lightning Bloom, 0 mana. Gain 2 mana crystals this turn only and overload 2. So this is your unnerfed Innervate for Shaman Android, which is awesome to see. So now Shaman also has a little versatility with ramping up too. I think this is definitely going to be played. I don't think Overload matters too much. You're kind of you're paying the premium. You're getting 2 mana, but you're paying it next turn. So I don't think that's bad. You kind of make your big play that one turn, and then maybe you have some smaller play. Maybe you're just going to ras something down and keep your large board here. I think there's a pretty good chance this is played often, so I'll give it 4 stars. But next, we're going into the Shaman Mage stuff. Ross Frost Whisper, 5 mana, 3/6, with at the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to all enemies, and it's improved by spell damage. I absolutely love this card because I think spell damage mage seems pretty cool. I like this card a lot. I'm loving it. I don't know if it's going to be as powerful as I'm thinking, but I want to give this baby 5 stars because I like it so much. It's a good body with a really good effect. I'm going to be conservative, though. I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's as good as the Demon Hunter legendary, so I'll give it 4 stars, too. Devolving Missiles, 1 mana spell, shoot 3 missiles at random enemies' minions that transform them into ones that cost 1 less. Not bad. Artwork, 10 out of 10, by far. Maybe 10 out of 5. So say that. The frog and sheep are amazing. But I'm not too sold on it. I don't know. Just not feeling it. I think it's kind of a meme card, to be honest. So I'll say 2 stars. Trick Totem. 2 mana Totem, 0/3. At the end of your turn, cast a random spell that costs 3 or less. This is meme central. This is awesome. I like it. Play it in Totem Shaman. Get some random stuff going on. I like it a lot. I think it's fun. It's definitely a meme, so it's 2 stars, but it's cool. In Primal Studies, 1 mana spell, discover a spell damage minion. Your next one costs 1 less. I don't personally care for this that much. I think these, for the most part, these study cards they don't seem worth to put a card slot in, right? Like, I don't think it's worth taking up 2 cards. So having 28 cards in it, I don't think it's worth it. I think maybe if you're messing around, you have some like small spell type mage, maybe. But as of right now, I'll be honest, I think it's like 1 star. Going into Mage Rogue, which is Janice Barov, 5 mana, 2/1 Battlecry, summon 2 random 5-cost minions, secretly pick one that dies when it takes damage. Pretty cool. Not sure the power level on this though. So all you got to do is ping whatever one you pick. And there is some little bit of mind games you can play. So, maybe you get a better card and you're like, well, I need to take out, they're definitely going to hit this one, the weaker card, because they know that that's going to be it. But instead, you pick the more powerful card to be the one that gets hit for 1 damage, and then they mess up something, waste a hero power for pinging it, something along those lines. There's some plays, not sure how amazing it is. I'm going to say 3 stars. Potion Illusion, 4 mana spell, add 1/1 copies of your minions to your hand. They cost 1 mana. This is basically combo mage dream here. I think everybody's already kind of theorycrafted a combo mage with this card involved. I'm probably going to steer away from doing that just because I think it's pretty common that people are looking into it. But you can't deny the power level of what it's going to have. So, honestly, I think combo mage is going to be pretty tough. Not sure how well they're going to hold on to things because I haven't really done that much research. But there's a chance that's a 5-star card. So because it's pretty much the center of the entire comp. It's like Archmage and Tonight. Without this card, you can't have the combo happen. So, is it 5 or are we going 4? I think it's still 4. I'm not sold that it's as good as that Demon Hunter. Brain Freeze, 1 mana spell, freeze a minion in combo, also deal 3 damage to it. It's awesome card. Absolutely amazing. Have to play something first in order for it. So basically a Frostbolt for 1 mana. So I'm gonna say 4 stars. I think that's pretty freaking amazing. It would probably be 5 stars if I was 100% that Mage Rogue. Mages or rogues are going to be like top tier, but hard for me to 100% judge. And Wand Thief, 1 mana 1/2 combo, discover a mage spell. Meh, 2 stars. Don't really care for that one that much. Rogue Warrior, Dr. Krastinov, 5 mana 4/4 rush. Whenever this attacks, give your weapon +1/+1. It's okay. Not terrible. I mean, you got Captain Greenskin, which is essentially similar. I don't know. I think it's pretty close to Captain Greenskin. I don't know if Captain Greenskin is like super powerful. I think it's okay. I think I'll give it 3 stars. Skill Dancer, 4 mana 4/4. Summon a random minion, cost equal to your weapon's attack. So that's okay. I'm trying to think. Warrior, you could do Fire War Axe on turn 3, and then you'll have a 4 mana 4/4 with a 3-drop, which isn't bad. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely potential there. I'll give it 3 stars. Forrest, 3 mana spell, destroy damaged minion combo, destroy any minion. That's probably one of the best removals for Rogue. I mean, Assassinate's 5 mana. This is 3 just for comboing. Rogue is all about combos, so this is pretty powerful. Warrior already has a lot of removal, so it's not bad for the work. Can always use some stuff, so not too bad. I'm going to actually give it 4 stars, just mainly because of the Rogue aspect of it. I think it's really powerful for Rogue. Cutting Glass, 5 mana spell, draw 2 cards, cost 1 less per attack of your weapon, so same thing, you know, Fire War Axe, I'm basically thinking this is the base that we're looking at, and then you get 2 mana, draw 2 cards is not bad at all. That's really powerful. I mean, Arcane Intellect is played, and it's pretty good. So that's a basis. You have a 2 attack weapon equipped, you're getting enough value for the card, and the likelihood of you having at least 3 attack is pretty solid. So I'm going to say it's a pretty good card. I'm going to give it 4 stars. Warrior Paladin. So we got Lord Barov, 3 mana 3/2 Battlecry. Set the health of all other minions to 1. So it's equality for the Battlecry. And then Death Rattle, deal 1 damage to all minions, which is basically Whirlwind. So you got equality and Whirlwind together, plus a 3/2 body for 3 mana. That's pretty damn good. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's real solid. So I think that's also a 5-star card. I think it's pretty amazing. A lot of stuff crammed into one 3 mana card. Ceremonial Maul, 3 mana 2/2 spell burst. Summon a student with taunt and stats equal to the spell's cost. So we're definitely looking at if you're playing a large spell type. Paladin, probably not so much Warrior. I don't know about Warrior. I'm looking at this definitely as like a Paladin weapon. And there are some spells, but are there enough? And is this worth a weapon slot? Not sure. So I'm going to do the old meh category, which isn't listed, which is 2 mana. I mean, 2 stars. Excuse me. 2 stars. So, yeah. I don't really think it's a meme card, but I don't think it's very good. So, meh. It's not trash. Commencement. 7 mana spell. Summon a minion from your deck. Give it Taunt and Divine Shield. This is basically big Paladin, Warrior, Dual Paladin, whatever. Another card for Dual Paladin, which is awesome. I freaking love Dual Paladin. And I love this card. I think Dual Paladin's actually not probably terrible. I'll be honest, Dual Paladin was pretty solid when I played it. Even though it was kind of a joke deck when I was playing it, but it definitely did a lot better than I think it was expected. So I'm gonna actually give this 4 stars. I think there is a possibility Dual Paladin's pretty solid. Got to do some research on that. Shield of Honor, 1 mana spell, give a damaged minion +3 attack and Divine Shield. Also like this a lot too. So it's Blessing of no. Oh god, I don't remember what it is. There's 2. I think it's Hand of Protection, maybe, is one of them for the Divine Shield. And then there's Blessing of Strength, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what the hell it is. There's a 1 mana spell that gives you +3 attack, and there's a 1 mana spell that gives you Divine Shield. It's 2 and 1, but they gotta be damaged. That's the downside, which I don't think is too bad. It's pretty solid. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I think it's pretty good. Now we'll go to Paladin Priest. Iabes Allura, 4 mana 3/6 spell burst. Cast a spell from your deck. Target this if possible. You could definitely make this work in your favor. You can do Commencement where it doesn't target anything, and then all of a sudden you just pull out something and give it Taunt Divine Shield. Not bad. You can make that in your favor. I think it's pretty solid. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Devout Pupil, 6 mana 4/5 Divine Shield, Taunt, and costs 1 less for each spell you've cast on friendly characters this game, which is amazing. So it doesn't have to be in your hand. It could be in your deck already, and you could be doing stuff. And I think with Libram Paladin, whatever I don't remember what the hell they call it. I think it's just Libram Paladin. That works amazing in Libram Paladin. And Libram Paladin is real fun. Now, Priest is also not terrible. There are some pretty decent Priest cards, so I definitely feel like this is a Libram Paladin, like 100% card. So I'm going to give that like 5 stars. I think that's amazing. I think it's basically 0 mana 4/5. That's basically how I read it. 0 mana 4/5 with Divine Shield Taunt. Gift of Luminance. 3 mana spell, give a minion Divine Shield, and then somebody 1/1 copy of it. You want to target something with an ability. Something with Death Rattle. Pretty safe bet. It's decent. 3 stars. Wave of Apathy. Apathy? Yeah. 1 mana spell, set the attack of all enemy minions to 1 until your next turn. This isn't bad. So it makes for efficient trading, and also there's a new Cabal Shadow Priest type card. I believe it's Cabal Shadow. This said, man, I really can't remember these names today. But there is a new card. It's a 4 mana minion for Priest that when you use a spell, it steals a minion with 2 attack. So same thing. Pretty solid. Don't know how great that's gonna be. I don't think that actually just makes I don't think it's that good, so I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I think it's okay, but not like, yeah, this is real amazing. Alright, Priest Warlock, we've got Disciplinarian Gandling. 4 mana 3/6. After you play a minion, destroy it. Summon a 4/4 failed student. I don't know how that works in Priest, but in Warlock, you definitely do a token Warlock. It's not bad at all. Plus, you play anything with a Death Rattle, like an egg type card. Pretty damn good. I think just Warlock alone, that's like a 5-star card. Flesh Giant, 8/8, 8 mana, 8/8. Costs 1 less for each time your hero's health changed during your turns. Hero powers from both sides, healing, taking damage. There's also the new Soul Fragments mechanic, which heals you. So there's self-damaging from Warlock. There's a lot of opportunities. I think that this card is pretty damn solid. So I'm going to give it... Oh, man. I'll be honest, I think Warlock's pretty good. I think Warlock's definitely better than Priest. I think Warlock's about pretty top tier. I think I might give it 5 stars. We'll do it. I think it's going to be pretty low. I think it's like a 3 mana 8/8 pretty often, if not lower. Brittle Bone, Destroyer, 4 mana 3/3. If your hero's health changes turn, destroy a minion. As I said, basically, if you look at it for a hero power standpoint, 6 mana 3/3 with killing something, not bad at all. Definitely pretty solid control aspect, so I'm going to say 4 stars. And then Raise Dead, 0 mana spell, deal 3 damage to your hero, return 2 friendly minions that died, and so you can do something where you don't play, it's not a token, it's definitely in control style. And this is pretty powerful. This is real good. It depends on how much damage you've taken through the course of the game when you're playing this, but I don't see that being a problem. So I'm gonna give it Especially being 0 cost, man. That's pretty solid. We'll do the safe. We'll save for 4 stars. Warlock, Demon Hunter. I believe this is the final one. Yep, this is the final dual class that we've got. We got Sociologist Militia. Yeah. 7 mana, 5/5. For each soul fragment in your deck, summon a 3/3 soul with Rush. Soul fragment stuff definitely seems pretty solid. And that's obviously pretty solid too. I mean, you really only need 2 soul fragments, and every card I think gives you 2 soul fragments at bare minimum. So I think it's good. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I don't know if Soul Fragment Warlock is yeah, I more don't know if Soul Fragment Warlock is going to be. I think Warlock is better than the Demon Hunter for Soul Fragments, but I don't know if this card fits into the control Warlock that I'm imagining. I'm imagining it being without this for some reason. I don't know, but it's teetering on 5 stars, to be honest. That's the weird thing. Even though I'm like, I don't know, but it's either gonna make it the deck and it's gonna be phenomenal, or it's just gonna be shy of the deck. So, philosophy. 1 mana spell, copy the lowest cost demon in your hand. Outcast, give both +1/+1. I don't know if this is. I don't even know where the hell you play this. I think you might just play this in any like tokeny style, like or tempo. Demon Hunter. Oh yeah, Demon Hunter at least. It's kind of what my thought is. Don't see this being played in Warlock personally, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I think it's okay. I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I think it's actually meh. I don't think it's a meme. I think it's meh. Soul Shear, 2 mana spell, deal 3 damage to a minion. Shuffle 2 soul fragments into your deck. I think it's just good in general. And the soul fragments make it better. Activates a lot of things. I'm going to give it 4 stars. I'm going to do soul fragment stuff. I think it's just going to be 4 stars. Spirit Jailer, 1 mana, 1/3. Shuffle 2 soul fragments into your deck. Yeah, I think it's solid. 4 stars. Now here we are into our first single class card, just Demon Hunter stuff. We got Star Student Stelina, 4 mana, 4/3. Look at Outcast. Look at 3 cards in your opponent's hand. Shuffle 1 of them into their deck. Definitely a combo disruption, not destruction. So it's not bad. I think it really depends on how much combo stuff is played. Like, how much is the combo mage played? If it's played a lot, if it's real popular, this card's going to be really good. Not. Ancient Voidhound, 9 mana, 10/10 demon. At the end of your turn, steal 1 attack and health from all enemy minions. I love this card because I actually love Big Demon Hunter. One of my favorite ways to play the game. Super fun. Don't think it's that powerful. It's super fun though. So I'm actually gonna give it 3 stars. I think it could possibly go up to 4. It is a pretty solid card. This is a really good card, but big but. Big Demon Hunter, not super slow. Alright, Cycle of Hatred, 7 mana spell, deal 3 damage to all minions, summon a 3/3 spirit for every minion killed. I think it's just a little expensive. That's my only thing. It is a big swing turn. If you do kill some of your own stuff, you do get 3/3s back. It's not bad. I think it's a little expensive, so 3 stars. Glide, 4 mana spell, shuffle your hand into your deck. Draw 4 cards. Outcast, your opponent does the same. This is also a very anti-combo card. If you play the Outcast, they're playing something, they're getting things set up. This could definitely mess up a combo mage, for example. But I'm going to give it 3 stars. I don't think it's that great. Mage Hunter, 3 mana, 2/3 rush. Whenever this attacks a minion, silence it. I don't think that's that great. I'm going to give it 2 stars. I think it's meh. You know what? I'm giving it 1 star. I think it's actually trash. I don't think it's been played almost at all. Shard Shatter Mystic 3-mana 3/2 Battle Cry. Destroy a soul fragment in your deck to deal 3 damage to all other minions. This is kind of what I'm talking about with some of the synergies with soul fragments. I think this is a powerful control card. I like it a lot, but I think this is kind of fitting that Big Demon Hunter, and I don't know if Big Demon Hunter is that great. So 3 stars. Marrow Slicer, 4-mana 4/2 Battlecry. Shuffle 2 soul fragments into your deck. And the difference between the last card and this one is I think this is a little bit more versatile, and I think this is just gonna be played in almost all Demon Hunter stuff. And because of that, I'm gonna give it 5 stars. By the way, this is really hard to see. My bad. Trying to. Or if it'd be no. Over here maybe? Is that a little better? I think it's a little better. Sorry about that. Silshard Lepidari. Like 5-mana 5/5 Battlecry. Destroy a soul fragment in your deck to give your hero +5 attack this turn. Pretty solid, good tempo card. I think tempo Demon Hunter is really good. How good is it now? I have no idea. I haven't played. I'll say 4 stars. And 7-mana spell Fell Guardians. Summon 3 1/2 demons with taunt. Cost 1 less whenever a friendly minion dies. I don't think this is good enough. I get what they're going for. Even at 0 mana, it's just 3 1/2s with taunt. I'm gonna say 1 star. I think that's pretty bad. Now, double jump. 1-mana spell. Draw an outcast card from your deck. That's very good, because you're drawing specifically a very small pool of cards that you have. And then on top of that, even better is they're specifically already put in the outcast position. So this is pretty powerful. I think this is so powerful, it's getting 5 stars from me. I think this is going to be played in almost all Demon Hunter decks. Maybe some cut it and they don't like it. But I think most people are putting this in their deck because they want to draw specifically the Outcast card. Yeah. And then Vilefeed Trainer, 4-mana 5/4 Outcast. Summon 2 1/1 demons. It's definitely not bad with the Outcast. I just don't know if it's making any deck specifically. Like I don't think it has space to make it into a deck. So give it 1 star. Druid, we've got Forrest Warden, Omu. I think that's how you say it. 6-mana 5/4 spell burst. Refresh your mana crystals. Definitely pretty solid. You know, play Innervate. Something costs 0 after you've played a whole bunch of crap, and you get your mana back. There you go. I think it's pretty good. Don't know if it's like super good. I don't even know if it fits into the Survival of the Fittest. I'm going to give it 3 stars. I think the Survival of the Fittest one is the better deck. The Survival of the Fittest, I think, is kind of the card for Druid with the... Oh boy. Testing my Kalthos? Maybe? Kalthos? 7-mana guy, cast 2 spells. Next spell is free. I believe that's what his name is. Kalthos, Survival of the Fittest, and the beast stuff, I think, is the way to go with Druid right now. Seems extremely powerful. A lot of big boys. And yeah, Survival of the Fittest is a great addition to that. So casting that for free is absolutely phenomenal. And it affects on the battlefield too. So like I said, I think that deck's around 4 stars. So that's what I'm giving it. Other Runner, 5-mana 5/4 Beast Stealth. Whenever this attacks, draw 2 cards. Same thing, fits into that same deck. So 4 stars plus Stealth, draw 2 cards when it attacks. That's pretty amazing. Partner Assignment, 1-mana spell, add a random 2-cost and 3-cost beast to your hand. Yeah, not terrible, but I don't know. I think it's okay. 3 stars. It's neat, but I don't think it's blowing anybody away. This is it. This is the boy dribbling. He's awesome. 1 mana, 1/1 spell burst, summon a Dribbling. So you play a spell, you summon 1/1. You play another spell, you summon a 1/1. It constantly summons 1/1s, right? Pretty cool. I like him. I think he could be annoying. Don't know how good he's gonna be, but he could definitely be annoying. So he kind of generates enough value by himself for the most part. So he's definitely solid at the least. So I'll give him 3 stars. Nature Studies, 1 mana spell, discover a spell. Your next one costs 1 less. Same thing. I don't think these studies are that good, so 1 star. Hunter, Professor Slate, 3 mana, 3/4. Your spells are poisonous. So my question is, if you play a trap like Explosive Trap, does Explosive Trap get poisonous from then on, or is it only when he's on the board? I'm guessing it's only when he's on the board. I don't think it would save the poisonous when he's like if he's on the board, you play Explosive Trap. I don't think it's like Explosive Trap now is poisonous. That's my guess. Overall, though, I don't know. I mean, all of your if you do Unleash the Hounds, all the Hounds have poisonous. Not bad. Just don't know if this fits in anywhere. Kind of think this is a meme card. I think it's a 2. Prolusk, Bark Stripper, 4 mana, 3/5 beast, destroy a random enemy minion for the spell burst. And yeah, I mean it's definitely not bad spell burst. Decent stats with a really good effect. Deadly shots just included into a 3/5 body for 4. I think it's pretty damn good. I actually like Hunter a lot too. I like Hunter. My 3 favorite. Well, I'm selling something short. I really like so far from the thoughts right now. I like Druid, Hunter, Paladin, and Druid, Hunter, Paladin, Mage. Those are the 4 I'm like real kind of excited about. So, and I kind of like some of this stuff. I think this is pretty good. Is it? I hope my voice is getting picked up there. Is 4 stars? Probably. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Go to Python. 3 mana, 1/2 beast, Death Rattle, summon a 4/4 Hapless Handler. So this works with a. Sorry, I thought there was a trap or something. Oh, it's the trap that came out the last expansion. There's a trap that summons a copy of whatever is attacked. It's like a 3/3 version. That's definitely one of the go-tos. So, I actually think this is a very powerful card. I'm going to give it 4 stars too. Overall, 1 mana spell, deal 2 damage to a minion, deal 1 more damage for each beast you control. It's a strictly better arcane shot. I think if you just have 1 beast on the board, you're already kind of set, so pretty good chance that you have a beast on the board. So 4 stars. Carrion Studies, 1 mana spell, discover Death Rattle minion, next one costs 1 less. 1 star. Wolperting, Tinger, 1 mana, 1/1 beast, battlecry, summon a copy of this. So if you buff this card at all, it's better than Alley Cat. And so just overall, it's just better than Alley Cat. And Alley Cat was amazing. So just because of that, we give it 5 stars. I mean, Alley Cat was played in every single Hunter deck. I think this card's played in every single Hunter deck. So, mentality-wise, if things should be correct there, should be a 5-star card, right? 1 drops are always like the cream of the crop here. So, that's just my thought. Mage, we've got Mozaki Master Duelist, 5 mana, 3/8. After you guys have spell, gain spell damage +1. Don't know about that. I'll give it 2 stars. I think it's kind of a meme. Combustion, 3 mana spell, deal 4 damage to a minion. Any excess damage is dealt to both neighbors. So I think it's pretty good, but I think you have to have spell damage for it to be better. And there's actually a card that I've now fallen in love with. And I think it's not the greatest card, but I really, really like this card because of the spiciness. It's Moarg Artificer. So this basically does 8 damage with Moarg Artificer on the board. And then whatever damage left over it does next to it. And it might even double the damage next to it too. So there's a chance that it does 8 damage. And then, let's just say you hit a 2 health thing. So it's 6 damage. It might do 12 damage to the guys next to it. I mean, I don't know if that's how it works. Probably wrong. Even still though, if you do 8 damage to something, you do 6 damage to the things on both sides of it. It's pretty damn insane. So the card has... I think the card's definitely not bad. I don't know how great it is. So I'll give it 3 stars. Wormweaver, 5 mana, 3/6, spell burst, summon 2 1/3 mana worms. I think this is actually a pretty damn good card, and I think the spell damage mage is actually not bad at all, and I think because of that, I think this is the top of the end of the line of it, right? I think you got combo mage, which is going to be very good, and I think this is probably a little bit below it, but I think this is still pretty good. I'm gonna give it. I don't know, man. Do I give it 3 stars or do I give it 4? I don't know, because I feel like combo mage is better than this. I'll give it 3 stars. I think combo mage is just strictly better. Cram Session, 2 mana spell, draw 1 card, improved by spell damage. I think that this card is not bad. Better than Arcane Elect if you have a spell damage guy on there. How often do you have a spell damage guy? I don't know. And most likely you're probably playing another spell damage guy. Same turn. That almost just turns into a Arcane Intellect. His Lab Partner, which is the card below, is 1 mana. So I mean, it's basically like playing 2 cards for 1, draw 2, and you get a spell damage guy. I don't know. I think it's going a little back and forth. There's a chance, obviously, if you have 2 guys on the board, you draw 3 cards for 2 mana, which is absolutely phenomenal. I think it's not as likely. I don't think the spell damage guys usually have a lot of health, so I'll give it 3 stars. Lab Partner, though, this card I think is phenomenal, and because of that, the 1 mana 1/3 body with spell damage I think makes it kind of a priority target. Good stats. I think it's going to make it in pretty much every mage, so I'm going to give it 5 stars. Firebrand, 3 mana 3/4 spell burst, deal 4 damage, randomly split among all enemy minions. I think this is a chance to make it into that combo deck. I think it's the just the fact that it's pretty solid. It's like Flame Waker, kind of. So, yeah, I'll give it 4 stars. I think it's pretty amazing. Paladin, we got Tur Lion, the Tenured. 8 mana 3/12 rush. Whenever this attacks a minion, set the defender's attack and health to 3. Yeah. How often are we gonna actually get this off to where it attacks? It's basically a 3/9 for 8 mana. Afterwards, you kill something, obviously. You get a 3/9. I think it's definitely solid. I think it's gonna fit in the Duelist deck, and I think it's pretty good. I think the Duelist deck though is like a 4-star one. Maybe 3 stars, maybe I'm being a little generous. But yeah, I like it. I think it's flavorful enough. I think it's cool enough. It's kind of basic, but it's cool. Argent Braggart, 2 mana 1/1 battlecry, gain attack and health to the match the highest in the battlefield. This card is absolutely insane, like nuts. I'm gonna be honest. I think this is like one of the best cards, probably in the set, which is saying something. I'm definitely giving it 5 stars. This is definitely up there. This is by far top 5, I think. So from what I've seen, by the way, this is me. I don't even know all the cards off the top of my head, so I'm thinking this is like top 5 cards right now. Goody 2 shields, 3 mana 4/2, Divine Shield, Spellburst, gain Divine Shield. This also I think is absolutely insane. Whatever Paladin this ends up being is going to be nuts. I think Libram Paladin is actually where this goes. I think Libram Paladin is going to be pretty nuts. So I think Argent Braggart and Goody 2 shields both go into a Libram Paladin. And I think Libram Paladin ends up being a top tier deck. So I'm going to give it 5 stars too. I think it's nuts. Blessing of Authority. 5 mana spell, give a minion +8/+8. It can't attack heroes this turn. So a defensive trading mechanism. 5 mana 8/8 is pretty good on top of a body that you have. I think it's pretty good. I don't know if it's making that deck, but definitely potential. I don't think it's making any of these decks that I'm talking about right now. I don't think it makes the dual deck, and I don't think it makes the Libram Paladin deck. So I'm going to say 3 stars. Because I do think that it's good. Judicious Junior, 6 mana 4/9 with Lifesteal. Pretty basic card, but it's definitely not bad. So I think it's a really good stat line. But it's just pretty bland, so I'm going to give it 3 stars. And then First Day of School, 0 mana spell, add 2 random 1-cost minions to your hand. This card's awesome. Probably the best card for Spellburst in Paladin by far. And because of that, I'm actually going to give it 5 stars. So I think it's going to fit into that Libram Paladin. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Mind Render Lucia. 2 mana 1/3 battlecry, swap hands and decks with your opponent until your next turn. This is absolutely nuts. And this is another combo breaker. Priest seems awesome. Real cheap too, so you can start messing around with something. I like it a lot. I think it's going to be played in almost all freaking Priest decks, to be honest. I think there's a chance it's played in most. It seems pretty nuts to me. But I could be wrong. I don't know if it's on the level of 5 stars, but it's pretty damn near. I'll give it 4 stars. I think it's pretty close though. I think it's like a 4.5. Cabal Accolade, 4 mana, 2/6 with Taunt, Spellburst, gain control of a random enemy minion, 2 or less attack. This is what I was talking about. Cabal Shadow Priest. I hope it's Cabal Shadow Priest. I could be completely wrong. Actually, real quick. Ball. Can't type. Cards. Ball Shadow Priest. Yes! I'm right. So, Cabal Accolade. It's a real great card. 4 stars. I think there's definitely nothing wrong with it at all. I think it'll be played in a lot of the Priest decks. Harvard Feast, 2 mana spell, give a minion +2/+2, restore it to full health at the end of this turn. This is awesome for trading into anything. You know, if you put your guy down to 1 health, he's already at full health afterwards. And also a call back to the Priest of the Feast, like the kid version of it, from what I heard the developer talking about. I think it's pretty solid. I'll give it 3 stars. I think it's pretty cool. Initiate, 6 mana spell, deal 4 damage to a minion. If that kills it, summon a new copy. A little weak. A little weak in the sense of damage it's doing. 4 damage is not a lot. But it's a pretty powerful effect by just getting a copy of it itself. So, I will give it at least 3 stars. 1 second. Then we have Frazzled Freshman, a 1 mana 1/4, which is the first we've seen that much stats on a 1-drop without any downside to it, we should say. And that's definitely helping Priest out a lot. I think this is a really good 1-drop for him. The only thing is I don't know if Priest is going to be a 5-star, you know, top-tier deck. But this is going to be played in almost all Priest decks, for the most part. So I'll give it 4 stars. Chronic Studies, 1 mana spell, discover a dragon. Your next one costs 1 less. The Studies card. 1 star. Rogue, we got Infiltrator Lillian, 4 mana 4/2 stealth death rattle, summon a 4/2 Forsaken of Lillian. that attacks a random enemy. So basically, it's a 4/2, which kills something, and then you get a 4/2 with Rush, which is real powerful. And I actually think Rogue is going to be very powerful because of the next card. I definitely think it's going to be powerful. Oh, man. I think that's a real good card, but I'm going to still give it 4 stars. Secret Passage, 1 mana spell, replace your hand with 5 cards from your deck, swap them back next turn. Card's nuts. 5 stars. It's just nuts. I can't imagine not playing this in almost all Rogue decks. Honestly. I can't imagine not playing Secret Passage every single Rogue deck until it rotates out. I actually think that card's going to be nerfed. That's how powerful I think it is. Just because it's 1 mana, draw 5 cards, that's insane. Could be wrong. But, to me, looks insane. Self-Sharpening Sword, 3 mana, 1/4. After your hero attacks, gain 1 attack. Definitely not bad. I think once you put Deadly Poison onto it, it really becomes a problem for people. But, you know. I mean, is 3, 4, 5, 6 that good with Deadly Poison? Definitely not bad. I'm going to say 3 stars. I think it's okay. 50 Sophomore, 4 mana, 4/4 stealth, add a combo card to your hand for the spell burst. Nah, 2 stars. The Vulperia Toxin Blade. 3 mana, 3/3, your weapon has +2 attack. I think this is pretty powerful. I think you're going to see some aggressive Rogue, probably actually with a Self-Sharpening Sword. There's a chance that that's going to emerge, and I'm going to kick myself in the ass for rating these the 3 stars that I am, because I have a feeling this, with Secret Passage and Infiltrator Lillian, all of those will be the thing that ends me, but we'll see. I'll still say 3 stars for it. Plagiarize, 2 mana secret at the end of your opponent's turn. Add copies of the cards they played to your hand. I think it's pretty good. I think it's definitely not bad. How good is that? I don't know. I think it's. I'll give it 3 stars. So, Shaman, Instructor Fireheart, 3 mana, 3/3 battlecry. Discover a spell that costs 1 or more. If you play it, turn, repeat this effect. Yeah, so that's pretty good. If you get some cheap spells, you could start kind of going off and do, Lightning Bolt, possibly Lava Burst. Maybe? I don't know. Pretty good amount of burst damage, too. I think it's pretty good. I'll give it 4 stars. Totem Goliath, for 5 mana, 4/5 totem with Death Rattle. Summon all 4 basic totems with Overload 2. Ugh. Only thing is, I don't know how good these 4 totems are. I know totems aren't bad, and this is a good totem itself. But that's a lot of mana for what it is asking. 5 mana and a 2 overload with 4/5 body. Ugh. Seems a little rough. That's just my opinion. I'm going to say it's a meme card, to be honest. I'm going to give it 2 stars. 2 mana, 2/3, Diligent Note Taker with Spell Burst. Return the spell to your hand. So you basically get a free cast. Well, not free, but you get a free copy of whatever spell you cast. Pretty solid card. I'll give it 3 stars. Molten Blast, 3 mana spell, deal 2 damage. Summon that many 1/1 elementals. If you get some spell damage on there, it's definitely not bad. How good is that? I think it's okay. I'll give it 3 stars. Rune Dagger, 2 mana, 1/3. After your hero attacks, gain spell damage +1 this turn. That works with the Molten Blast. It works with some Spell Burst type style deck with Shaman. Maybe that's something that we're looking into. A Spell Burst stuff with Instructor Fireheart. Diligent, Note Taker, Rune Dagger, maybe Molten Blast. Maybe. Don't know how good that's gonna be, but maybe. So I'll give it 3 stars. Tidal Wave, 8 mana spell, Lifesteal with deal 3 damage to all minions. That's awesome. Huge heal. I mean, you're basically healing everything. Probably killing most things, and you're healing yourself. Probably to full if they're playing aggro. If they're playing control, it's probably not as good then. But I'm gonna say it's a real good anti-aggro board wipe. So I'll give it 4 stars. Warlock, we got Arc Witch, Willow, 9 mana, 7/7 battlecry, summon a random demon from your hand and deck. This I think is really only probably played with a big demon style Warlock. And I probably don't think that's the best way to play the Warlock. So I'm gonna give it 3 stars. Void Drinker, 5 mana, 4/5 taunt battlecry, destroy a soul fragment in your deck, gain a +3/+3. Is a 7/8 actually that good? I don't actually think so at 5 mana. Like, it's good, but I don't think it's that powerful. It does have taunts, which I just think that there's better soul fragment things out there, and I don't know if it's gonna make the cut. I think that's the biggest thing. So I'll give it 3 stars just because of that. Bone Web Egg, 2 mana, 0/2 Death Rattle, summon a 2/1 spider. Discard this, trigger its Death Rattle. So no matter what, you're getting this Death Rattle off. You're still getting 2/1 spiders no matter what happens. Disregard it or play it on the board and it gets killed. And I really do think this is a pretty good card. I think this is probably played a good chunk of Warlocks. And tokeny style Warlock, yeah, I think that's probably about a 4-star area. Battle-Light Scholar, 3 mana, 3/4, destroy a battlecry, destroy a soul fragment in your deck to deal 3 damage. That's also very powerful. Soul fragment stuff seems to be pretty powerful. I think this is going to make it over the Void Drinker myself. I'll give this one 4 stars. Cool Spirits, 3 mana spell, deal 2 damage to all minions and shuffle 2 soul fragments in your deck. I think it's just a soul fragment card itself, and that alone makes it pretty solid. So I'll give it. I think it's actually one of the weaker soul fragment cards, but this is one of the soul fragment generators, which makes it powerful. So I'll give it 4 stars. And Demonic Studies, 1 mana spell, discover demon. Next one costs 1 less. 1 star. Warrior, Rattlegore, 9 mana, 9/9 Death Rattle. Resummon this with -1/-1. So it goes 8/8, 7/7, 6/6, 5/5, 4/4. You have to silence this thing. Have to. So people, if Warrior becomes a thing, people are going to play silence. If not, people aren't playing silence. Maybe you get away with it. Maybe you get away with Rattlegore. Maybe Rattlegore is awesome. So I'm going to do the possibility that silence isn't as big. 4 stars of it. Playmaker, 3 mana, 4/3. After you play a rush minion, summon a copy with 1 health remaining. So this is pretty good, but I don't know. Does it fit in these decks? Restless Mummy obviously is pretty I mean, if you play this with Restless Mummy, that's a freaking good turn. Getting double Restless Mummy for what, 7 mana? That's pretty good. Yeah, so basically if 7 mana, you get 12 damage, you split it up kind of how you want. That's solid. Other rush guys aren't bad. There's the new Murloc that's actually not bad with this card. There's potential. There's definitely potential. First I was like, I don't know if it's going to make it, but I'll give it 3 stars. I think it's pretty good. Troublemaker, 8 mana, 6/8. At the end of your turn, summon 2 3/3 ruffians that attack random enemies. I actually really like this card. I actually like the stat line. It is a little weak, obviously, for 8. Usually you're looking at 8 mana, 8/8 is kind of the, I would say, going rate for things with text. But you're also getting 2 3/3s that are attacking stuff. I think it's solid. I think think there's a chance this is going to be played in this Rattlegore kind of deck. Might be a little expensive, but maybe a one of. I'll give it 4 stars. I think it's going to make it in this Rattlegore deck. I'm going to take it back. 3 stars. 3 stars. Let's not get too crazy. Reaper's Scythe, though. 4 mana, 4/2 spell burst. Also damages adjacent minions this turn. Absolutely what we want. And I think this is a very, very good card for Warrior. I give it 5 stars. Then, Athletic Studies. 1 mana, discover a rush minion. Your next one costs 1 less. 1 star. Information, 2 mana. Spell, add 2 random top minions to your hand. 1 star. I can't imagine those 2 cards being played. I think the studies are just not good enough. I think there's way better out there. And this and Silverback Patriarch, man. I feel real bad when you play that. Alright, round of the neutrals. Sphere of Sapience. 1 mana, 0 attack, 4 durability weapon. Neutral weapon, by the way. This is the first we've seen, I think. We have had cards that gave us weapons in the neutral slot. It was that 8 mana guy that gave us a 1/3 weapon, Medivh. Yeah, Medivh. That was, I think, the only time we've had a weapon from the neutral thing. So, interesting. But pretty much, you're not using this as a weapon. You're using this as at the start of your turn. Look at the top card. You can put it on the bottom and lose 1 durability. If you've played Magic the Gathering, this is basically Scry. The effect Scry, which is pretty cool. So there's it's kind of like drawing a card, to be honest. You basically draw 4 cards with this, and you look at the card and you're like, you know what, this doesn't help my combo. Let's put that baby at the bottom. Let's get close to this combo. Let's get it going. If you like the card, you leave it there. Draw it. Next time, put it on the bottom. Whatever. This is real versatile. Definitely combo only deck. Definitely control only. Never gonna see this in anything that's aggressive tempo, anything like that. I can't imagine seeing it in that. But I see it in a lot of other things. So I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Vectus, 5 mana, 4/4 battlecry, summon 2 1/1 whelps, each gain a death rattle from your minions that died this game. Because it has such a powerful effect, can't imagine this not being good. But what are the death rattles that you're playing? What is the death rattle class that we're looking at? Where is it? I don't know. So I'm gonna say 4 stars because it is real powerful, but I don't know. I just don't know if right now it's gonna be seen play. But it is very powerful. Definitely in Wild. Wild, this will be seen playing a lot. Oh, yeah. And now we'll do Lorekeeper Polkelt. Maybe. I don't know. 4 mana, 4/5. Battlecry, reorder your deck from highest card to lowest card. So you know what the hell you're drawing. You know exactly what you're going to draw. Obviously, if you have 2 5-drops, it's a 50-50. But you know you're getting a 5-drop, which is pretty cool. So you can be like, all right. And so my favorite thing I've seen, I haven't watched a lot of stuff. Favorite thing I've seen is Parian did a Warlock with, it was a Quest Warlock with the Malagos Soulfire. Got a free Malagos because he knew he was getting Malagos. Played it, 18 damage. It's pretty awesome. So there's a lot of combo potential. This card is definitely awesome. I think this is probably the best neutral legendary we have. I'll give it 5 stars. Headmaster Kel'Thuzad, 5 mana, 4/6 spell burst. If this spell destroys any minions, summon them. So board clears are extremely powerful with this, and any just hard removal in general is also powerful. This guy is pretty awesome. Not sure if he's as good as Lorekeeper Polkelt, but he's up there. I'll give him 4 stars too. Then we're on our final one, Keymaster Albuster, 7 mana, 6/8. Whenever your opponent draws a card, add a copy to your hand that costs 1. I think it's kind of meme-ish. I can't imagine really playing it. Transfer Student. So, yeah, 2 stars for the Keymaster. Transfer Student, 2 mana, 2/2. This has different effects based on what game board you're on. It's a pretty good card. Most of the effects are pretty solid, and we actually already have the card. It was given to us for free. Now, I don't know all the effects, but they seem pretty solid. It's just the RNG that's the problem, so it's pretty much a meme card, so 2 stars. Educated Elk, 3 mana, 3/4 beast. Whenever a spell is played, this minion remembers it. Death Rattle, shuffle those spells into your deck. I think it's neat, but I don't think it's that great, so I'll say it's pretty much a meme card, 2 stars. Enchanted Cauldron, 3 mana, 1/6 with Spell Burst. Cast a random spell at the same cost. I think it's a meme card, but there's definitely potential with the higher cost stuff. So if there is something, maybe, possibly with a 7 mana or lower, I would say 5 to 7 mana spell that you play with it, yes, but is it worth a deck slot for just that? Probably not. So definitely still a meme card, but just so you know, there is a little bit of potential, I guess. Alright, so we're on Cult, Neophyte, 2 mana, 3/2. Your Battlecry, your opponent's spells cost 1 more next turn. Definitely not bad. A little disruption, but not anything amazing, so I can't really imagine this being played that much, so I'll say 2 stars. I think it's meh more than meme. Robes of Protection, 3 mana, 2/4. Your minions can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. This actually is pretty powerful. So I think this is at least playable, and I think this is played in a token-esque like Warlock, Demon Hunter, anything like that. And it's going to make it a lot harder to deal with all of those little guys. So I'm actually going to say 4 stars. Voracious Reader, 2 mana, 1/3. At the end of your turn, draw until you have 3 cards. So Jeeves was a 4 mana, 1/4 that made both the opponent and you draw 3 until you had 3 cards in your hand. This just does it for you. And it's cheaper, and it's only has 1 less health. Card is pretty insane. So I'm gonna give it 4 stars also. Oxmage Scribe, 6 mana, 4/9 dragon with spell burst. Add 2 random spells from your class to your hand. Definitely fits into something that's like a dragon style deck, but also if you have a singleton deck, I think that fits into. So I think it's got potential, so I'll give it 3 stars. Wandmaker, 2 mana, 2/2 Battlecry. Add a 1 cost spell from your class to your hand. I don't think it's probably that great. I'm gonna say it's a 2-star card. I'm sure it can have some potential, but I think it's pretty meh. Sorceress Substitute, 6 mana, 6/6 Battlecry. If you have a spell damage minion, summon a copy of this. Oh, actually, it doesn't matter if it's a minion. We spelled it, so you can have that weapon too. Shaman. I think it's pretty solid. I think it works pretty good. It's a very powerful card if you have the spell damage. If you don't have the spell damage, it's not played. So I'll say 3 stars. Manifeted Panthara, 2 mana, 2/3 beast. Battlecry. If you use your hero power this turn, draw a card. This is just real solid. It's gonna be played quite often. Mainly Demon Hunter, 1 mana hero power. Yeah, I can't imagine this not being played. And I think it's gonna be played probably enough to where it's gonna be 5 stars. I think this is played that much. I would really be surprised if this card's not in a lot of decks. This might be one of the top played cards because it's neutral, 2/3. People do use their hero powers. Very versatile. Yeah, and plus, obviously, you don't have to draw the card. You play as a 2 mana, 2/3 if you really had to. So, yeah, 5 stars. Steward of Scrolls, 5 mana, 4/4 elemental, spell damage +1, and Battlecry discovers spell. Has potential, not sure where it fits in though. Kind of weak stats. Kind of got that same Azure Drake style, but it's not as powerful because you're not drawing a card. So, yeah, I'll say 3 stars. Tour Guide, 1 mana, 1/1 Battlecry. Your next hero power costs 0. Yeah, I mean, it's something. I don't know if it's that good. I don't think it's probably played that much, but it's something. It's not trash, so I'll say 2 stars. Meh. Animated Broomstick, 1 mana, 1/1 with Rush and Battlecry. Give your other minions Rush. This is definitely in those tokeny aggro decks. I see this being played quite often in those, so I'll say 4 stars. Penflinger, 1 mana, 1/1 Battlecry. Deal 1 damage. Spell Burst. Return this to your hand. I actually think this has potential to be pretty solid. You could start just kind of slapping somebody in the face for 1 damage non-stop. And I don't think it's that bad. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. Plagued Proto Drake, 8 mana, 88 dragon with death rattle. Summon a random 7-cost minion. That's pretty insane. That's probably one of the better death rattles we've seen. I like it a lot. Not sure where it fits, but it's definitely gonna be played somewhere. So people are gonna be experimenting with it a lot, and I think it's going to land somewhere, a bare minimum in a Highlander deck, and I'll give it 4 stars. All right, I think we're getting into the bottom parts of this. Could be wrong. Crimson Hothead, 4 mana, 3/6 dragon with spell burst, gain +1 attack and taunt. A 4 mana, 4/6 with taunt. Not bad, but wouldn't say it's anything to write home about because we've seen other things that are very similar. And realistically, I don't think they've played that much. Definitely good enough if you can get it off, but there's that one card where if it's the only minion on the board, it's 4/6 with taunt. If not, it's just a 2/6 with taunt. And that actually wasn't played as much as people thought. So I'm going to give it 3 stars. Duskimp, 0 mana, 1/1 demon. Because it's 0 mana, I will rank it higher. I don't really think there's anything too crazy about it, but I'm sure there's something that somebody's going to come up with. So I'll at least give it 3 stars. Lake Thresher, 5 mana, 4/6 beast also damages the minions next to whoever this attacks. So there's a chance this fits into that Druid. This is very close to being cut, but it definitely has a chance to fit into that Druid. And if so, I think it's a 4-star card. If not, 3 stars. But because of that Druid, I'm going to say it's 4 stars. Wretched Tutor, 4 mana, 2/5 Spellburst, deal 2 damage to all other minions. I actually think this card is not bad. I think it's an AoE with Spellburst. It could fit into some stuff. I think Rogue is actually where this probably helps out a lot because Rogue doesn't have the greatest area effect. Dealing 2 damage to the board, definitely not bad. I'll give it 3 stars. Alright, so we got Smug Senior, 6 mana, 5/7 taunt, death rattle, add a 5/7 ghost with taunt to your hand. So basically, you get a second copy of this card. So it's still probably 6 cost. I can't imagine it not being 6 cost. But just having, if you're top decking, this is a really good card to top deck. Not as amazing as obviously certain cards. It's not like Zephyr's level top decking, but it is generating another card for you when killed. So you do have something else to play. But I definitely don't think it's terrible, so I'll give it 3 stars. Intrepid Initiate, 1 mana, 1/2 Spellburst, gain +2 attack. This is actually pretty solid. If you can get it to have the 3 attack, it's flaming, but better. Not doing damage to you. But as downfall, you have to play a spell, so you gotta hope that somebody doesn't kill it first turn. But probably won't. If you go first, it's probably not getting killed. I'll give it 4 stars. I actually think it's going to be played in some of the aggressive stuff. 2 mana, 3/1 stealth, death rattle, added another 3/1 ghost with stealth to your hand. Same thing as Smug Senior, definitely not bad. Not as good as the top decking section, but it works in the aggressive stuff, so I'll give it 4 stars. Divine Rager, 4 mana, 5/4 elemental with Divine Shield. The best Rager we've seen to date. And definitely not terrible, actually. I'll give it 3 stars. Fishy Flyer, 4 mana Murloc, with 4/3. It's Rush, Death Rattle, add a 4/3 Ghost with a Rush to your hand. This is probably the best out of all of them to have because you get 2 4/3 Rush guys, kill it, and then you can run into something else. So you're doing 8 damage, basically, if it's your only card in your hand. I'll give it 4 stars. I think it's actually pretty good. An Ogremancer is 5 mana, 3/7. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, summon a 2/2 skeleton with taunt. I like it. I don't think it's going to be seen play too much, but this is definitely one of those spicy cards to throw in there and disrupt people who are trying to play the spell-centric decks. We've actually seen this with some of those Rogzor or whatever that, you know, it continuously creates a minion. There's definitely potential here. I'm not saying it's amazing because you're only getting a 2/2 with taunt, but there's something. So I'll get 3 stars. And that's it. So pretty simple stuff. As I said, I personally am very excited about the Paladin. I would say seems super cool. I've always loved Paladin though. Mage seems decent. Mage is probably towards the bottom for me though. Even Shaman doesn't seem bad. Hunter's also it seems cool. I can see the potential there, but I wouldn't say it's like blowing me away. Druid seems cool. Demon Hunter, I'm not a huge fan of Demon Hunter already. I think most, to be honest, are pretty cool. There's potential. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts are below, and have a great one.